He's bigger.
He's better.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is too much for the National Football League.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Marv on Air. Today is Monday. What is it? The 6th of March, 2023. And I'm surprised at how loaded this show is going to be. We've got everything ranging from the NFL Combine, NFL news, free agency. We've got college basketball. We've got NBA. We got everything. I don't know how we're going to get it all in today. I'm very, very excited to start covering it all in the next hour. Joining us on the comfy couch today, we've got James and Redbone. How we doing, boys?
Pretty good.
Just peachy.
And back behind the hut with the camera on him again, Alex. How we doing?
Pretty good.
Good to have you back with the mic and with the camera. We've got multiple people that say they love the hut cam, so don't be afraid to don't be afraid to include yourself in the conversation. Yeah, well, let's not be too rough.
Sturdy.
It's literally cardboard. So but we can go ahead and hop right into it. So that intro was alluding to Tom Brady. Alex, if you want to pull up this graphic. We've got the other one there. Tom Brady, per Dov Kleiman. It says, Tom Brady, I can't read it from this angle, but could be making a return to potentially the Dolphins after chats in Indianapolis this weekend at the Combine. And can I say that this surprises me? No, not even one little bit. My main question really is what's going to happen to the guy that bought that retirement sand? I mean, what?
That's a big issue. That guy should probably ask for some type of refund on eBay because he kind of got.
Yeah, he did. He really should have thought about things before he bought that sand. But so we heard that this was a real thing, him going to Miami after his first retirement. No, it was before his first. It was when he was going to go to Tampa.
Initially, from New England.
Yeah, and Sean Payton was going to go from New Orleans. And then there was the whole tampering deal, ended up falling through. He goes to Tampa. Now he's retired. Is this like maybe a Gronk situation? Remember in New England when he retired to not get traded to the Lions? Did Tom retire just to leave Tampa? I don't know. But, oh my gosh, dude. Tom back in the league yet again? What, he got tired after 2 weeks?
I mean, I don't see it happening, though, to be honest. Like, it just doesn't make sense, really.
It doesn't make sense at all.
It makes zero sense. It'd be really fun, but this retirement really felt like he was, like, retiring.
For sure.
Shefty didn't break it ahead of him this time, so he got to announce it on his own. Mm-hmm. So I feel like he's happy to be done. Why would he go to another organization and have to build relationships again and learn a new system and all this stuff when he can just be the richest guy ever to play football and just chill on a beach,
He my guess is that he probably said it in passing, not seriously, maybe discussed it. And then somebody picked it up and then was like, hey, Tom Brady might be coming back.
I think what happened is the entire NFL and front office and everything, they're all in Indianapolis right now for the Combine.
Right.
I think it was one big game of telephone amongst all the GMs and owners and presidents. And somebody was like, yeah, Tom Brady retired. And then somebody was like, yeah, Tom Brady retired. And then somebody's like, yeah, Tom Brady's living in Miami now. And then somebody's like, oh, Tom Brady's playing for Miami now. And it just kept evolving to where they all convinced themselves that they're going to have to beat Tom Brady in the playoffs again next year.
Or I think this is equally likely. Actually, yours is probably a little more likely, but maybe, Tom's meeting with some executives and he's like, hey, I'm thinking about maybe taking up some stand-up. What do you guys think? I'm a pretty funny guy.
I did.
Huh?
Did you see his stuff?
I did not.
It was pretty good.
Was it really?
He was actually way funnier than I thought he would be.
I know I would watch it, but imagine he's like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm going to take up stand-up. What do you think? And then this GM's like, I don't know, Tom. You think you can do that? And he's like, yeah, you're right. Maybe I should just go play for Miami. And the guy took it
just something in passing.
Yeah, something like that. But, I'm not going to put anything past him, honestly. After the first retirement, I was distraught. I was like, man, Tom Brady's out of the league. One of my favorite players growing up. Loved watching his comebacks. And then he came back, and it's like, okay, everything is on the table. I would love to see him play for Miami. What does that mean for Tua then? Is Tua out of there?
Oh, he'd have to be.
Yeah.
He'd have to be. I don't know where he'd end up. I mean, my biggest guess would be either. So I think it depends on where like Lamar ends up. Really,
Big question.
because like, okay, if Tua's, if he's available, does that mean he ends up in Washington or Baltimore or maybe even the Bucks? Tua and Tom Brady, they just swap
Do a little
teams. That'd be
switcheroo.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
They wouldn't really need to buy a new house per se. They kind of live in the same area
Yeah, it's
already.
just a little bit longer commute.
Yeah, just get an
potentially.
apartment or something.
Yeah, exactly. You got your home base like
Yeah.
45 minutes away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, not a big
Exactly.
deal. I do think that Miami's got a big question mark with Tua, obviously, with his multiple concussions. Mike McDaniel talked about it at the Combine. I didn't watch the full interview. I probably should have. I didn't expect this news to drop literally 10 minutes before we went live. Apologies to anyone who's tuning in live. We were supposed to go live at 6, and then all of a sudden this dropped, and we were like, okay, we got to readjust the thumbnail, readjust the title, get everyone involved in this here. So that is, I think, potentially huge news. I would love to see his return. I don't think it's, feasible. I don't think it's going to happen, but
I really don't want it to be honest.
really, I
Like,
do.
This last season, like he played really well. Like
Dude,
he
him
himself.
and Tyreek?
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah,
And
him,
Tyreek.
Tyreek.
Okay. I've changed my mind. I want him to come back. I want him to
come
play
back.
for Miami.
I think Miami was a real contender last year, and then Tua's concussions kind of got in the
Yeah.
way. I'm
But,
not saying they were going to win it all, but
that doesn't make sense for Miami to do though. Miami wouldn't do it.
I think they would.
Why would you take a 58-year-old Tom Brady who's only going to play for a year or two and lose Tua? That your young star quarterback. That doesn't make any sense from there.
because
No.
his concussions are too big a question mark.
No,
and I think they're
no,
going to win
he's
now.
fine.
though.
He's
Alex
fine.
is right.
CT,
Alex is right.
CTE, okay, the league doesn't
who's
care
that?
about
They
it.
all have
It
it.
doesn't matter. You'd rather have Tua right now if you're trying to like build up your franchise than Tom Brady.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
Tom Brady, the only teams he can go to are a win right now team, and Miami is not in a win right now position. Like they can continue to build.
And he's going to cost
Tom Brady
a
to
lot.
Kansas City.
Now
Oh my
Tom's
God.
cheap.
He's cheap.
Tom's been cheap his whole career. He always takes
Yep.
pay cuts.
Oh,
That's
wow.
like kind of what he's known for. He doesn't
Fuck, I would
get
have been.
paid big bucks. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's because he's got his own underwear brand, and he's posting nudie selfies on his Twitter.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill did.
Pretty baller.
He
of him.
lost a fuckload of money in that FTX thing, though. So he might be
Yeah,
coming back in the
true. That
league
was
to
bad.
get another bag. Like a fuckload.
Well, no. If he wants a bag, he can just go announce for Fox.
Yeah. Oh, he's taking big money for Fox. He's like his whole career's earnings is waiting for
Yeah.
him at Fox.
Really?
Like
Yeah.
triple.
Yeah, he's gonna make huge money there. I guess that would push that back. I wonder if he talked with Greg Olson and Greg was like, "Look, let's work a deal out here. I get a couple more
Yeah.
years, this $10 million a year kind of deal."
Yeah.
because he's getting pushed down to $3 million if Tom.
Oh,
comes in.
really?
Yeah, he's getting a huge pay decrease if Tom comes in, takes out one spot. That pushes Greg out basically of the main booth. So I don't think that's potentially what happened, but I could see it.
I think what they should do is Fox should like Greg Olson did a really good job in the booth this year. I thought.
Oh, I thought he did 10x what Tony
Amazing.
Romo was doing. Yeah, he was amazing.
Romo sucks.
Yeah, don't even
What
get us
would
started
be
on Romo.
really funny is if Fox was like, okay, Tom, we're gonna have you call like Maction in the fall.
Ooh.
Like Tuesday nights, we don't want to put you right into the spotlight because like what if you suck?
Right.
So we're gonna have you call like Miami of Ohio versus Toledo.
Yep.
In bumfuck Ohio in the middle of October.
Yep.
I would watch every Maction game. That'd be great.
That's what they should do. Is they should put Tom on like lower
Yeah.
budget games, and everyone would
Ratings
watch it.
would be boosted way up for those.
That would be a smart move. I wonder what Tom's return would look like then for his Fox career, but
Yeah, that's why it doesn't make sense for him.
The whole thing
unless
doesn't
he is
really make a lot of
absolutely
sense.
obsessed with winning a Super Bowl, which I think he was, but I think he's moved on, and it makes zero sense for Miami to do it.
I think, well, that's just it's all speculation, but I do think they're in a little bit of a win now mode. Obviously, Tyreek, I think he's there for another 2 years.
Yeah.
4-year contract. That was his second year.
That was his first.
So he's got 3 more.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I could totally see them wanting to win a Super Bowl right now. Mike McDaniel is kind of on the hot seat after the finish.
Is Brady that much of an upgrade from Tua?
Here's my opinion, and this is kind of what it was with Aaron Rodgers too. Everyone was like, Aaron Rodgers is old and washed. But when you look at the actual tape, I think Aaron Rodgers was throwing some absolute dimes, and his receivers were letting him down. I don't know if it was to the same extent. I think Tom Brady was still at a very high-level quarterback play, and I think Tampa was overthrowing him, and the offense was just way out of whack, and he couldn't beat
That
Tom
offense
Brady.
sucked.
Yeah, it was horrible.
The offense was brutal.
It was really bad, and so was the Patriots. So I mean,
Everything is about New England.
it is kind of about New England here on this corner, but
Yeah, well, we can see that. We can see that.
There's plenty of Patriots stuff back here, but yeah, that's an interesting. Ooh, man, that would leave A lot of question marks. I want to see if that story develops or if it just ends up being a Dolph Kleiman tweet that he wanted to get millions of views on. I could totally see
it was
that, too.
originally like Rich Eisen or whatever that sent it out, and that guy is like, he just throws something at the wall and hope it sticks.
Rich does?
He does this every free agency. He has like 1 or 2 of these.
Really?
Or like every offseason. Yeah.
See, I like Rich, but I've only started.
No,
really
I like
tracking.
him too. But like last year, he broke something, and it was not broke. Like this, he just starts speculation.
Yeah.
But it's like people also like he does have a history of like being like credible. So like if he goes on a podcast, he's just like, yeah, I kind of heard some stuff about maybe Tom to Miami, like just kind of like just randomly bringing stuff up.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, Rich Eisen says Tom Brady's going to Miami, and it's just like they're like it's got to be true.
I want to know Rich Eisen's story. Like, how did he get to be one of the? Because he gets to run the 40 every year. Like, I've seen the story on that, but like, how did he get so big on it? He's a cool guy.
I don't know.
I love his show. It's a very interesting dynamic.
It's something else.
It is definitely something. But speaking of the Bucs, with Tom Brady leaving, NFC South is definitely getting to be very interesting. Derrick Carr to the Saints was announced today. 4-year deal. I don't know what the exact money was on that, but that gives Michael Thomas a weapon if, whatever the hell happens with him. And then they've got Chris Olave. Like, they could be an actual weapon in the NFC South, and apparently all it takes to win the NFC South is like 8 or 9 wins. So I could see the Saints in the playoffs next year. Does this make the Saints like a real contender, or are they just like taking a shot in the dark? Because I don't know. Derek Carr obviously looks good on film, looked good at the the Pro Bowl, at his throwing competition. But what do you guys think about that? I don't know what to make of it.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of shocked, to be honest with you, that
apparently
one, he's going to New Orleans, and 2, that the speculation was that Rodgers was going to be the first quarterback that like goes somewhere.
Well,
and that, like he dictates everything else.
Yeah, and he kind of did. It sounds like the Jets basically told Carr, "We want you, but we're going to see if Rodgers will join us first."
Yep.
And Derek Carr was like, "All right, then I'm not going to play here."
That's why I put a little bit of money on the Jets to win the Super Bowl next year,
because
just
Derek
in
Carr
case.
wasn't playing there.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, now they don't have Derek Carr, so maybe that means they have Tom Brady. Who knows? Maybe Tom goes to the Jets now.
Who knows? Playing against the Patriots twice a year.
Oh, that'd be great.
That'd be great for ratings.
That would be great.
That would be unbelievable. And I guess in Miami he would too. So
that's true.
Yeah.
That is also true. Maybe he just goes to Buffalo.
Maybe
is Josh Allen washed?
Maybe he just goes to the Patriots.
These are the important, hard-hitting questions we need to be asking ourselves.
We really should take a second and really think about that kind of stuff before we go live. But because we haven't, I think the Saints are in a better spot than they were, just because their quarterback position was such a big question mark last year. And Derek Carr, I think, has the ability to be a very good quarterback. I don't know if he'll do it there, and I think Chris Olave could be a great receiver for him. Obviously, we saw a lot of overthrown balls to him this year, and we also saw a lot of drops out of him when he was running deep down the field because he's got like 4.2 speed. He's absolutely roasting guys. It just wasn't the same with, Tyreek gets it put on the money, and he's, overthrown, underthrown, whatever it is.
Yep.
But I think the Saints could be a real wagon. I'm not predicting it yet. I'm not predicting it yet.
Maybe to win the South.
Yeah, oh, for sure, they're going to win the South. But I think
really, not beyond that. They're not going to win more than
is
like
it Kyle
8
Trask
games.
in the Bucs?
No.
They're not going to win more than 9 games.
But that's all it takes to win the South.
Yeah, but they're not going to be a wagon.
Wagon in the South, I'll go with. But I also want to see what they get out of the draft, if they make any more free agency moves. As it gets closer to the season, we'll do like an official ranking teams, kind of like where we think they'll end up, and then we'll reflect on it at the end of next year. And
look really, really bad.
or we ace it.
Or we don't, and we look really, really bad.
Well, I guess we'll have to see what happens. But the free agency market is certainly heating up with the what's the franchise tag deadline is tomorrow.
Yep.
So Lamar is potentially going to get franchise tag tomorrow. They said that they were going to wait till tomorrow and I think they're going to give him the non-exclusive tag. And then Tony Pollard got the tag today. Josh Jacobs got the tag recently out in Las Vegas, and there's not a lot to be made of the the tags like that. But who's the guy? Is it Chris Jones or Orlando Brown? One of those two got cut from the Chiefs, and Eric Kendricks got cut from the Vikings.
Yep.
So we're seeing some pretty big moves. I want to see where those guys land. I thought Bobby Wagner was going to be a huge force for the Rams last year. Didn't really end up amounting to much. I think he got cut, actually.
Yeah.
But Eric Kendricks,
kind of in the same boat as Bobby Wagner. Like good linebacker, too old now.
Yeah, he's got like 100 tackles every single year so far. And
yeah, too old now.
You think so?
Yeah. How old is he?
He's pretty old.
He's got to be like 32, maybe.
Yeah, I know when I was playing Madden Mobile back in the day, he was like
He's
one of those,
31.
Okay, yeah, he's one of those purple cards when I was playing with him. So I could see. I don't know. I think he could be a force, but not maybe to the extent that we thought Bobby Wagner was going to be. But regardless, speaking of the draft, I was talking about the draft with the Saints. The Combine happened this weekend.
Yep.
Lots to talk about the Combine. Unfortunately, I don't know. Here's the thing with the Combine. I don't know what any of it means. None of it means really anything. Anthony Richardson, out of Florida, had potentially one of the worst films from the year. Like he started with like 0 touchdowns in 4 games or whatever it was, blew up at the end of the year. Draft stock went up. People were talking about him, but he also had a lot of turnovers. Goes into the draft, dominates the broad jump, high jump, the vertical jump, the 40-yard dash, had some dimes of a throw. How much value do you guys put on the Combine, or are you more like Dan Campbell and looking strictly at film?
Film
guy?
Yeah.
by far. Like if you ever watch like NBA people warm up, NBA players warm up, like they don't miss shots. What it depends on is how you play in an actual game.
Making reads.
Yeah, like sure you can run this fast, but that doesn't mean anything if you can't catch the ball while doing it.
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, to me, like I understand the hype around his 40 time. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
Congrats, bro.
Yeah.
But like the broad jump and the vertical thing, it's like, oh yeah, I do remember when all those all-time great quarterbacks were having to broad jump over the offensive line to get into the end zone, because that's a real applicable stat to the position of quarterback.
Yep.
But it's like, no, the entire world completely forgot that this dude was a B-tier college quarterback.
Yeah, I don't know about the broad jump and the high jump. High jump for receivers is big.
That makes sense. Yeah.
That makes sense. And the 40 I think makes sense for the receivers and for the running backs as well.
Every
But
position, I think.
I think
even the quarterback?
I think jumps
I guess.
for your O-line and whatnot,
Yeah.
just to see how explosive they are. I think that's incredibly important.
True. Broad jump for line
Yeah.
probably makes a lot of sense.
Broad
I think
jump, high jump. I mean, it's kind of the same.
I
but-
put more into the 10-yard, right? Because they mark it
Yeah.
at the 10 to 20. I think explosiveness off the line is extremely important. I don't know how many players the receivers on go routes at 40 times going to matter. But really what it's going to come down to is how fast can they start, how fast can they stop.
Yep.
That elusiveness on the field I think is a big thing. And that's kind of why I think Anthony Richardson probably jumped up like 20 spots on the board. What was he, top 10 before? So he's probably top 5 now. I don't like that, to be honest. I really don't think he is that high up in the draft. But that leaves we've got 3 other huge name quarterbacks. Max Duggan was in there kind of as well, and I think they were saying he was a day 3 guy. This was what Rich was saying, and I agree with that based on the throws that I saw him make. Obviously, timing's going to be off with new receivers, all that stuff. But his accuracy was not exactly awesome. I don't know if you guys saw his full workout, but he's putting some at the knees, some above the head. And accuracy, consistency is going to be much more important than how far in front or behind, because that's where it really is going to matter. But CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, Will Levis, those are the top 3, and then Anthony, right? Those are kind of the top 4 quarterbacks right now.
Yeah.
What's your order on that? I'm going to go Bryce, and then I didn't like Will's combine either. I thought he threw it the hardest out of any quarterback in the last 20 years. But what does that mean? Nothing.
To me, all 4 quarterbacks, if we are including Richardson or whatever his name is in it, none of them you're like, wow, there's not a Joe Burrow in this draft where it's he's gonna come into the league and be a top 10 quarterback.
That's what they're saying about Bryce, but he's too short.
Correct.
Yeah.
He's too they were always concerned about Breeze being too short, and he was 2 inches taller.
Yeah.
And it's just, and Breeze would talk about it. He's like, yeah, I don't have passing lanes over these 6'5" dudes. Granted, he played at Bama, so he did have a NFL-sized O-line in front of him. But I don't know. I do think he's too short. I do think he's too small. I think Kyler Murray was too short and too small. And it's I don't think he's going to have a great career. He might win you some games here and there, but he's not going to end up being a great quarterback. Then you look at a guy like Richardson. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Not going to be a great quarterback.
Well, when you look at the other quarterbacks that performed in that capacity at the draft, those guys were all kind of busts.
Correct. Correct.
The people he's matching up with, it's
the 6 quarterbacks who have ran a faster 40 time than them I looked at the list, and I think I knew the names of one or two.
Yeah.
It was like Tyrod Taylor was the only main one.
And it's like, what? So that's why I don't put a lot of value into the combine. I mean, like, and then this was surprising to me. This was the first time I really watched like full workouts. How many receivers were dropping balls was actually crazy to me.
Do you remember that video where the guy was running and then catches one ball and then
it hits him in the back of the head?
Yeah.
That's on that
All-timer.
like quick turnaround and then run down the
that
line.
shit went viral.
We did that in high school. It's a fun drill to do.
Scary.
It is scary. It's hard.
Yeah.
They make it look easy, but it is a very tough drill.
No, like Will Levis and CJ Stroud, like I think it's kind of like a toss-up between the two of them. Personally, I would take Will Levis first just because he does have a Josh Allen feel to him, and I don't know who CJ Stroud's NFL comparison would be.
Yeah, I don't know enough about him.
There's like Tua maybe would be an NFL comparison.
Yeah.
So to me, it's just like I think Levis has a higher ceiling.
Okay.
Probably a lower floor, but you're also
Much
drafting
more
a quarterback.
yeah.
So, like, there's a lot more upside taking him than C.J. Stroud, I feel like. So I'd take Will Levis first or Levis,
agree.
whatever it is.
Yeah, and it's obviously the quarterback's going to draw eyes in the combine, in the draft. Like, everybody's looking at the quarterbacks. Everybody knows the quarterbacks. I think the running backs were really interesting, too. And one that really stands out to me because I've seen a lot of his highlight tapes is Bijan Robinson out of Texas. That dude, if you watch some of his highlight tape, you're like, holy shit. I want to draft that guy. I don't even care. We got Ramondre Stevenson right now. Sorry, Ramondre, but Bijan looks like a real guy. I think he could come in and do what Breece Hall did last year pre-ACL tear for sure. And allegedly, Giants were talking with Bijan Robinson. Okay? Now you might be like, okay, why isn't every team talking with him, right? But Saquon Barkley, this is big because he couldn't find terms with the Giants up until now. So are the Giants ready to move on? Because I know running backs don't get paid a lot. Right, a lot of if you look at like the last 10 starting running backs in the Super Bowl, they average like less than $1 million per year, and it's just kind of a trend.
We'll get to that. My take on that part when we talk Derrick Henry in a bit. But to me, it's like I feel like in the NFL you can't have too many good running backs. Like
deep at the position.
Yeah, like maybe not like 3, but it'd be cool to have like 2. And kind of have like a committee thing, especially
like
considering how much. Yeah, exactly. Considering like how many injuries there are and stuff like that.
Yep.
So to me, it's like, you can draft him. You can draft him for free, put him on a rookie contract, and you still have Saquon Barkley, and then you have 2 very good running backs.
Yeah.
And the way the Giants also play football, I think it makes sense for them to have 2 running backs.
Yeah.
Like I think that fits into their system very well. And so to me, it just makes sense for them.
Yeah. And one other, this is like just a quick touch and go. Danny Dimes obviously plays for the Giants, and his whole contract is like one of the biggest talking points right now because he was allegedly asking for $48 million a year, right? Looking at the top 5 quarterbacks, getting paid right now, it's like Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Matthew Stafford's up there, I think at $40 million. Yeah. How much do you think he's worth? We were talking before the show. I kind of want to put it out there.
To me, like 30 seems high.
Yeah.
Like I feel like 25 would be a good number.
Yep.
Like he's a good quarterback. He's a very average quarterback, but he's not going to go out and like win you a Super Bowl. He's not somebody who's going to like elevate your team.
Yeah.
Nobody's mentioning him in the top like 7 or 8 quarterbacks in the league.
Absolutely
it's because
not.
he's not.
Yeah.
So why would he get paid like he is?
My question is he asking for this much money literally just because he stopped turning it over this last year? Like he threw, I think up until this year, he had like 50 touchdowns and 49 interceptions.
Yeah.
And then this year he goes and what do you have, like 16 touchdowns and 3 picks or something like that?
Yeah, it was very low. I think my best guess with that is that he thinks to himself like he's a top 5 to 12 quarterback.
Yep.
And I think he's probably right.
Probably, yeah.
And I think what he's also saying is like, okay, it's time for me to renegotiate my contract. The way these contract numbers are going, they're just skyrocketing right now. So he's probably thinking, okay, if I sign a 4 or 5 year deal, I might be in the top 3 highest paid the year I sign it.
Yep.
But by the end of my contract, I'm going to be the 20th highest.
Yep.
So I think he's probably also looking at that a little bit and saying like, I want to be paid competitively also at the end of the contract.
Interesting. I mean, everybody's trying to negotiate for the future as well, and the Browns kind of threw that whole thing into a blender when they paid Deshaun fully guaranteed.
We don't care.
Yeah, I think they did it just to
We're not interested in negotiations.
Yeah, so
we don't negotiate with terrorists or sexual assaulters, whatever he is.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you touched on Derrick Henry, so we can go there.
Yep.
Derrick Henry apparently is getting shopped around right now. And the Titans, obviously they moved on from Taylor Lewan earlier. That was a pretty big talking point. Very interesting. I don't know what the Titans are starting to do there. They finished the season like 7 losses, 8 losses in a row. Rough ending to the year. Yeah, they were like almost a lock like halfway through the season to make the playoffs. Ended up missing out in an NFC or an AFC South division game to the Jaguars. They eke in as the division winners there, blah, blah, blah. But without, we can talk about where we think Derrick's going to go, but without Derrick Henry, are the Titans just gone? Like, that was pretty much their whole offense. Like, every year, he's like 80% of their offensive yards.
Yeah, I mean, to me, the Titans are an interesting one. And I think they're at a very crucial position for them right now.
Yep.
They just brought in a new GM, right?
Yep.
So they either need, and I think that's why I think it'll be option number 2. And option number 1, though, is they either need to double down and say, we're going to try to win right now with this team, and we're going to try to sign somebody big in free agency to help us out. Or option 2, which I think they'll go with, is like a rebuild type thing.
Yep.
Like Ryan Tannehill is not the guy.
No.
He's awful. Okay. He's
Jay
just
Nimes is better than Ryan Tannehill.
He is way better.
100%.
And Derrick Henry is old, but he's still valuable enough where they could shop him for something good.
Yes.
And I feel like they have a couple other pieces as well where it's like, okay, we can get some value out of here, and we might be bad for the next 2 years, but 4-5 years down the road, we have a lot of different things we can do in terms of cap space and draft picks.
Yep.
And I think you have to take advantage when your team's on the decline like they have been. You have to take advantage of that when you have the chance, because otherwise you just end up being awful and your players are all 38 years old and
kind of turn into the Texans.
Correct.
Not a lot of upside. No one wants to go there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think they'll shop Derrick Henry, and I think they should.
Oh yeah.
Because like when you think about it too, like even if you are trying to win a Super Bowl, you said earlier like the running backs that win Super Bowls don't get paid a lot, and it's because like who was the last major running back to win a Super Bowl?
It seems like they come onto the scene. Yeah, they come onto the scene and they carry their team. Like James White is the first one that comes to my mind. Obviously, as a Patriots fan, that year he just absolutely
he just showed up.
He was a big guy in our offense, and then where is he now? I don't know.
Like was the last like team that was like a primary run the ball team to win the Super Bowl with like a major name back? Would that have been like
the Seahawks?
The Seahawks in like 2012?
Yeah,
or whenever that was, 2014.
And they could have won it. They could have won it.
They
should
have won it.
Yeah, they should have. Honestly, I'm surprised that they decided to throw it on.
That was that has to be an all-time like coaching blunder.
Yeah,
in terms of like people just remembering it, because that was brutal.
It was bad. I know this is off topic kind of, but people have talked about if they run the ball there, they kind of potentially turn into a dynasty.
Oh yeah,
because the biggest thing about that I know maybe a lot of people don't know, that he lost trust over the whole locker room. Nobody trusted his play calling after that. If you decide to throw it on the 1 yard line with Marshawn Lynch in the backfield, they get a pick, whatever.
Huge butterfly effect too. Brady doesn't win that Super Bowl.
Yep.
Does he end up at the Bucs? Does he then end up at Miami? We might never know.
The whole timeline is just completely. Yeah. Does he end up in Miami?
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah. How does Pete Carroll throwing the ball affect Tom Brady going to Miami?
Exactly.
Those are the hard-hitting questions we need to address.
Yeah. Yes. This is what we're talking about for before the show stuff. We need to really dial in on. But
exactly.
So with Derrick Henry, then where would you like to see him? What kind of teams around the league are missing a running back that are willing to pay one too? Because Derrick Henry's not going to go for a $5 million 6-year contract, right? Like he's going to be looking for pretty big money, I would assume.
That's tough.
I'm trying to think of teams that like have a quarterback, have a running back, or have a wide receiver.
Well, if Dalvin Cook's out in Minnesota, could end up there.
Ooh, that'd be scary.
That'd be something.
I want to see the Vikings draft one of these top 4 quarterbacks for behind Kirk.
I think they should just fire Kirk.
Yeah, I don't think Kirk. What are we doing?
Don't even trade him. Just cut him.
What are we doing with fucking Kirk?
God, he's so bad.
I mean, props to Kirk for making it work somehow. Like he's just getting paid over and over. But like, how is he? How? I actually don't know. So
he's like the Dollar General version of Tom Brady.
Yeah.
He makes zero sense to me whatsoever. But no, I could see he'd be fun in Minnesota. Who's the Bears running back?
I mean, you got who played for
Montgomery.
us? Montgomery. And
Okay, Derrick Henry and Justin Fields in the same backfield. Just run speed option the entire game.
Yeah.
Don't run anything else.
That would be
You have
insane.
no reason to run anything else.
Cut all your wide receivers.
All of them. All cap space for Derrick Henry,
Man,
and just pay him whatever he wants.
that would be pretty cool.
And just run read options and speed options the entire time.
Yeah. Former Bears wide receiver Allen Robinson is now potentially on the move. The Rams gave him the option to look for a trade, so I'll be interested to see where he goes. There's a lot of loose ends in the NFL right now.
This is a fun offseason.
It is.
Has to be one of the best off seasons we've had in a while.
Last year's was crazy towards the end with like Russell and
Yeah, it happened like so suddenly though.
yeah, it was like one day, boom.
It just
5 enormous trades happened.
But like this off season since the Super Bowl, I feel like we've been like having some decent stuff really.
Yeah, I'll
I'm impressed.
really want to see what happens with Aaron Rodgers, honestly. I saw a report that came out, and they were basically saying the Packers are done with messing around with Rodgers. If he wants to come back to the Packers, awesome. If he doesn't, we're not going to try to come to your terms, blah, blah, blah. So I could see him being on a different team if he decides to return. He just came out of the darkness, did that podcast. I don't know if you guys saw it. Pretty interesting. Basically just talking about how he, like, banged his head on the sink in the pitch black.
Yeah.
Would you guys go do the darkness retreat, James? Have you seen what it is?
I don't even know what that is.
So basically, it's like you go into this cave and it's like pitch black, no lights at all for 4 days. Like there is no light.
That's R-worded, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's so dumb.
You wouldn't do that?
Hell no.
It supposedly is like a hallucinogenic thing.
Yeah, you like
Yeah,
find
Like
yourself.
instead of actually doing drugs, you just don't see light for a long time.
Just
Yeah.
go do drugs. There's no reason you should be spending 4 days alone in a cave to figure out how many more millions you want to make.
Well, that was
That's-
Rogers last year. Did ayahuasca last year? Decided to move up to the darkness cave this year.
Yeah, the darkness cave that's dumb. That's dumb.
Would you
Yeah.
do it?
The darkness retreat?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
No, definitely not.
No.
Why
would I want to do that?
See, I think it'd be interesting. I think it'd be really cool to
no,
try.
that's just like
I think it'd
made
be-
up stuff.
It'd be cool for like 8 hours. Just get like a good nap in.
He was
8
talking
hours?
about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a nap.
It would be a hell of a nap.
Oh,
Like,
that'd be
it's like
awesome.
blackout curtains on steroids.
Oh, that would
No
be
light
nice.
at all. That would be cool. But I think he was talking about he like took sleep, woke up, was expecting breakfast in like 10 to 15 minutes, had to wait like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Because you lose
Yeah, you
concept
don't
of
know.
time.
Have you guys ever seen the video? It was Vsauce. Do you guys know who Vsauce
Yeah.
is? He did I think 3 days in isolation.
Okay.
He was just stuck in a room. He had no idea what time it was. He ate like 6 times in 24 hours, and he was like, I think I'm almost done. He's like, no, you got another 2 days.
Oh,
and he
man.
got out, and he was like shaking in his shit.
Dang.
No thanks.
I think it'd be an experience for sure. Alex, would you do the darkness retreat?
I think it'd be fun.
You're fucking crazy.
Fun? Fun is not the right word.
I don't.
I think it'd be interesting.
But you would do it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Would you sit underwater in a cage while a shark
Yes,
came by
definitely.
you?
Yeah.
I
You
just
would?
turned
That
on
would
my
be
mic.
fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So you would do the darkness retreat.
Yes, I would. I think it'd be fun.
I don't know if fun is the right
Dude,
word.
I
but
would sleep the whole time.
I think you would. You would probably sleep for like.
Yeah, that's James. I'd be taking 4-hour naps like 2 times a week.
It's crazy. I don't know how you get anything
He
done.
retreats up into the
I
bed.
retreat. Once I get in the bed, I hit the, oh my God, and then I'm gone.
Turns on the little black fan.
That's what happens when you lay
It
down in
stays away.
the middle of the day.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So we can pivot away from the NFL a little bit. We kind of covered all the big talking points and go to the NBA. I want to start with LeBron. This tweet from LeBron is gold. Alex, I think it's graphic 3. Or yeah, you got it. Red, you want to read that for me? This is quote LeBron James.
LeBron James, quote, just woke up from having a dream that MJ and I was shooting the SH asterisk plus sign back and forth at the men's national championship game between North Carolina and Duke. Great vibes, an epic classic game.
All caps.
It was a tie game / 94-94 with 5 seconds left. North Carolina with the ball. My ass would have waken up to use the bathroom right before seeing the ending of the game. Happens all the time. Never get to see the end. Anyways, felt real as hell. LOL. Good morning, everyone.
I admire the way that he fucking talks so much because
I love it.
Admire.
I just
It's entertaining.
I think it's funny. He talk like in epic clash, like he talks like a dad
Yeah.
because he's an old guy.
Yeah.
he talks like a dad and everything. But then like if you see him ever like, what is that show? I get clips for it. The barbershop.
Oh yeah, his barber show, whatever that is.
Interview show, and
Yep.
he's talking, and it's like, oh, like he's not talking like a dad in this, but when he
tweets or
yeah.
like Taco Tuesday.
yeah, like I don't get it.
So my thing with this is that it cements MJ as the GOAT.
Oh, for sure.
Is
MJ
MJ
doesn't dream about LeBron.
Is MJ dreaming about
No.
LeBron? No.
No.
Absolutely not.
I think, to be perfectly honest with you, I think we caught LeBron in a fucking lie. I don't think he had a dream about shit.
Really?
I think he was just saying that. He was like, "Oh, watch how like poetic I can be. Let me say something
Look how
cool."
relatable I am.
Yeah, like there's no way. What they say? You guys are like body science people. You can only remember your dream like realistically for like 10, 15 seconds, and then after that you like completely
It
forget most of
depends.
it. And this dude's out here with details. Very specific details.
I mean,
if you keep like a concurrent dream journal, you can remember a lot of your dreams.
See, my thing is I have extremely vivid dreams sometimes, and those will stick in my head for like, just depends on the dream, right? So I might be able to tell someone like that night if I'm like thinking about it throughout the day. But you're right, it is generally like 10,
you
15
can recall like the
seconds.
general like topic, but
at the end of the night, you're not
the
saying
exact
the
score.
Yeah, you're not saying the score at the end of the night.
No,
But.
dude. Sometimes I wake up and I swear to God it was real.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
The
And
worst
it'll take me
dreams.
like a day to
the
figure
worst-
out whether or not it's real or not.
Oh yeah, the worst dreams are when you wake up or that you're dreaming that you've woken up and you're getting ready for school.
Correct.
And then
Correct.
you wake up and you're like, wait. Why am I not dressed?
I woke up inside of a dream and then woke up again
Oh,
later.
no.
I was
I've done that.
freaking I
I've
was
done that.
freaking the fuck out.
Yeah,
that would be
It
scary.
was so bad.
Do you guys have like super vivid dreams at all? You must.
I've
No.
only
Sometimes.
started having them once I got here.
Yeah,
and like
in
4-hour
college,
naps.
it's like, it has been different in college for me. Once I started sleeping on a couch in high school a little bit, but
I try and record my dreams in my head. I'll just keep on thinking through.
have you ever done like the lucid dreaming?
I've tried it. Where
Yeah.
you play some audio all night, and then it's supposed to remind you that you're in a dream. I swear to God.
I've
does
seen them
yoga.
where you count your fingers all the time throughout the day, and then in your dreams, like it's like a
Yeah.
habit, and you count your fingers, and if you have like more or less than 10, then you know you're in a dream.
Or you like touch your hands.
Or like you
every
put
hour.
like you write a time on your wrist, and so it'll always be the same throughout the day. And then when you check it in your dream, it's like, oh, that's the different time. We're in a dream.
It's so weird that dreams are like how you see things in dreams. It's like how AI right now is making random shit.
Yep.
Like you'll see like a baby skydiving made by an AI, and then if you dream of a baby skydiving, it looks the exact fucking same.
So you're saying AIs are just our dreams?
No, I
We're-
didn't say that.
We're
in the
realizing our
slightest.
dreams, making them into AIs.
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
I'm just
Very
saying that
different thing.
everything. Yeah, very different. I'm just saying that your perception.
Yeah.
It's like the same.
I have some pretty vivid dreams sometimes, so they
I
can
love
be.
dreaming. Love it.
It's
Favorite
nice until you
pastime.
wake up. Then you're like,
Yeah.
oh shit,
Unless
what's
it's a bad
real?
one.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, I had a dream the other day that like I went down to get some food and our fridge was stocked, all of our cabinets, everything, and then I went down there like the other day and I was like, oh shit, I don't even have any food.
The worst is when you're dreaming and your alarm's going off, but you don't know that your alarm's going off. It's usually yours. I'll be dreaming.
Oh,
and
it's
I'll be like,
mine.
Yeah.
Mine will go off forever.
What's your alarm?
It's the basic one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
And,
thing's
like
off.
you'll be hearing that in the back of your head, and you like, yeah.
You guys shut up.
So, yeah, exactly. That's the reaction to it. I hate that alarm.
It's awful.
That
All
is
right,
not a good one.
Ja Morant
Yeah, I was gonna say we pivoted
has
Ja.
a gun.
Yeah, what's
Ja
going on with
Morant's a
Ja?
crip. Oh my God.
That's what
Ja
Skip was
Morant's.
apparently
Yeah.
asking.
He's
He was
from the
asking
trenches.
Shannon Sharp. He's like, hey Shannon, is he a Crip like you or not? You know,
Like
I was
you
like,
said that?
no, but that's how it. I granted that's how like radio and podcasts and stuff like that work. Like if you read the transcript of it, you're like, whoa, that's a little
Yep.
facetious. And I just read the transcript and I was like, oh, that's
Yeah,
a little odd to be saying it that way, Skip. But then if you watch the clip, then it's like, oh, he wasn't being facetious, but.
I feel like the Ja Morant
Yeah.
topic is almost like too serious for me to really touch on. Like
It's-
he's going to get help. Good for him. Probably
What do you
shouldn't have
mean-
been
what do you mean
brandishing a
going to-
firearm on live.
What do you mean he's gonna go and get help?
He's like leaving the team to go get
Like 2 days, yeah.
He's like going to get like
He
professional
solved his gun addiction.
recovery. Yeah, I guess
He's addicted to guns.
He's
for
like
the
the
next
only
2
player in
games.
all. What was that?
He's out for the next 2 games.
Yeah.
He can afford to go out for
Who?
2
Wait,
days.
who's the NBA player that gave the other dude a gun and then the dude killed somebody?
That
That
Brandon
was-
Miller.
Yeah, that was
College
That's
college.
fucked.
That was college.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a college player.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked.
That
Kick
was
him
an
off the
interesting
team.
situation.
Did you get? I saw this. Speaking of killing people, the guy,
Okay.
the guy that killed X. What was that? Like fucking 7 years ago now? 6 years
It's been a
ago.
long time.
The guy that killed X, he's in court right now, and part of the evidence was his iPhone 7 Plus with text messages of saying, "Yeah, I did it," and him flexing with like $1,100 bills,
Oh wow.
like fanned out and shit. And it's like, how are you?
Incriminating
That is
yourself.
so dumb. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of funny.
Yeah. Do you have anything you want
If
to
you
add?
ever commit a crime, don't take your phone with you.
Or film it and post it on social media.
Yeah, I
don't
probably wouldn't
do that all
don't
the time.
FaceTime people afterward.
It's,
Or during.
Flexing.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
To your Instagram live.
that's a huge
Yeah.
thing on like TikTok. High schoolers will like post. Remember that trend where they were stealing stuff from the bathrooms?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And
And
it
then
was like
devious
they
lick.
filmed
Diabolical licks.
it. Yeah, it was like
that was the
you-
dumbest thing ever.
If you're gonna go steal the toilet, like don't film it.
They shut down our bathrooms.
Did they really?
We
Could-
didn't
like
have-
we couldn't go to the bathrooms.
What did you do?
We had, what was it? We couldn't go to the bathrooms during class. I think that's what it was. And like, you'd have to go during passing hours.
Oh wow.
And we couldn't go to the bathrooms during lunch.
Interesting.
Yeah, that blew.
During
That is-
lunch. I
that
feel like
is-
that's when you should be allowed to.
Yeah, I feel like it's like free time almost.
There's too many people going in there.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
just
Too
yeah,
big of a
It takes
time.
more than one guy to rip a urinal off a wall, I guess.
Actually, I was in one of my math classes, and all you hear is like that cheap plastic getting hit or punched.
Oh no.
And I go, somebody just hit a diabolical lick. And my teacher goes, what?
Huh?
Like, we weren't, like, it was like quiet in the class.
Yeah.
And then you just hear it, and I go, somebody just hit a diabolical lick. And he goes, huh? What's that? I go, go check the bathroom right now.
You might want to go check on that.
He goes, why? I go check the bathroom right now. He goes, the paper towel thing's completely destroyed. I go, yeah, bro. That's what they do.
Oh my God, Williamsburg would have been insane if we were in high school for that.
Yeah,
Were
it
you?
would have been lawsuits.
Yeah. Oh my God.
No, I
I
was
was.
in.
You were?
Yeah.
I was.
Did anything happen?
No.
Oh,
You
you
were in a
definitely
lawsuit?
were. Yeah, you're.
We didn't have soap for a while in the one bathroom next to
Oh,
the
yeah, that's true. We should have.
And we
never
were missing
mind.
a door.
Ooh, the door's
That
a
was
classic.
I don't think you were there.
That's a fun one.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
I
one.
like the missing door.
I don't know how you
Yeah.
just walk out of the bathroom with a
But it
door.
was-
Well, that was
I'm
half
about
of
to
it.
walk
Like
out
somebody,
to the bathroom.
one of the people stole a smart board. Like, how do you get out of the school
Yeah.
with a smart board?
That's dope as fuck.
Not in Williamsburg, but just like on TikTok. Like, how did you
yeah,
get
that doesn't
out?
make a whole lot of sense to me.
How did you? That's huge. That's enormous.
That's fucking hilarious, though.
Well, yeah. That's that's why it was a trend. So I want to ask you really quick before we go to our tier list. You were talking about UCLA, and they apparently lost
yeah.
one of their best defenders. If you could walk me through that.
Yeah. So those of you who know and those of you who don't know, I placed 2 weeks back, maybe.
Been a bit.
I put a little bit of a future on UCLA to win the national championship in college basketball this year, and just Saturday night, their best defender went down with. They haven't said officially what it is, but like if you look at it, like he tore his Achilles.
Yep.
Like he tore his Achilles.
That's done.
Yeah, and so like now instead of having one of the best defenders in the country, now they have some Joe Schmo, who's gonna have to step in and play a big part
Next man up.
of it, But yeah, next
Rock
man
Purdy.
up. But
Yeah.
exactly. I'd prefer that my futures just don't get hurt and lose their best players.
That would be nice.
But I guess that's what you get for placing the bet so far in advance.
Well, and I mean, anything can happen in the bracket. That's for
That's
sure.
true.
And
Very true.
You never know what's going to happen. There's been some awesome finishes that, like, because it's championship run, right?
Yep.
Or no?
The conference tournaments will be starting up. Well, I guess they've already been going on. Like 5 or 6 of them are already done.
Did Iowa,
but all the major
women's
ones,
one?
Yeah, Iowa women's won.
Okay, yeah, I saw that, and I wasn't sure what that was.
Yep. that was
Nebraska
just
beat
women's.
Iowa. Is that
Well,
Big Ten,
yeah.
or what is that?
Yeah, it's Big Ten.
Have you guys seen
That
the
wasn't
super?
the tournament. That,
That
was
was
the
not
last
the
regular
tournament?
season game.
Oh, okay.
Wednesday, I think, is the first day of the Big Ten,
Gotcha.
as well as like SEC and all the major ones.
Okay.
Never mind.
Never mind from James.
Intrusive thoughts.
All right, well, with that, I don't know enough about basketball. We're gonna do some recap. We've got a very special guest on Wednesday. We're gonna make sure communications. They're kind of sporadic right now, so potentially John Williams could be joining us Wednesday. That could be really cool.
Of the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yes,
that's
previously of the Harlem Globetrotters.
Well, yeah, but you should probably mention that when you say John Williams.
Yeah, well, not the conductor or the musical composer.
Previously of the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yes. So he's going to run us through some of that, and we're
Didn't
going
he
to
die?
What?
John Williams.
The
died.
composer?
Yeah.
How would he be on the podcast?
I believe he died.
Yeah. He's probably dead.
Yeah. Marv on air, live from John Williams' tombstone.
Like he died like within the last 2 weeks.
What? No.
No, I feel like we would have known.
I definitely would have known
fucking
that.
look it up.
Alex is on it right now. John Williams, the composer. Yep. Go ahead and click on that. Alex is pulling it up.
Suck.
91 years
Looks
old.
pretty alive to me.
Yeah, no death date, so
Who died then?
does appear to be alive.
Somebody died.
I bet a lot of people died yesterday.
Yeah.
Alex, if you want to go to the tier list. Yeah, we have here on Marv and I. We have decided he is alive.
Who posted that he died?
Eat your words there.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Look it up.
We did.
Yeah,
We literally did.
Looks like he's
God, he
probably
died.
alive. So for this, we're going to be doing fighting these animals. We've got 5 tiers. I would paint the walls in their blood. Quote, perfect for the red tier there. It would be close, but it would win. Oh, what does that say? It would be
It should be a D, I'm guessing.
I.
D and F are next to each other on the thing.
It'd be close, but I win.
The people who make these are not very bright.
Okay.
That's what I've noticed.
Great spellers.
Yeah.
So we've got, we're going to dominate. We're going to win in a close one. 50-50 we win. We lose in a close one, and then we get absolutely dominated, all right? So we've got crawfish up first.
Paint the walls with their blood.
Yeah, that should be pretty easy. Yeah,
That's
we
pretty
just
easy.
Step on it. It's not a very... If it's out of the water, toast. And even if it is in the water, it's not posing a threat.
There wouldn't be walls to paint with blood. but
True, the rocks on the bottom there.
Same thing.
All right, zebras. James was pretty scared of the zebras earlier.
Go fuck yourself. Here's the thing. It doesn't have claws. It can bite you. You get a few hits in, but it's still.
But it doesn't have any weapons.
It'd crush
Exactly.
It can only trample you.
Yeah. It doesn't have any.
So
weapons.
I'm going to use... Is there a deer on here?
We lose.
It's a buck.
Okay. So move the buck up to the front of the line, and I want to hear James's rationale for beating a buck.
Fucking
So-
God.
so listen.
Give him the rundown.
Listen.
Quickly, yeah. We've talked about this too much
Quickly, we
before
talked about
the-
Tom Brady for fucking 25 minutes. I can talk about this buck.
for an hour.
So, deer.
Yep.
Deer are what? 150 up to 175 pounds?
Okay.
Okay. If you grab a hold of those antlers at some point, you have complete control of this herbivore.
Hold the mic to your...
Complete control of this herbivore.
Okay.
That means they have no claws, no real incisors. They have no fucking weapons besides those antlers that you control.
Okay.
Okay?
So what's your plan of taking the deer down?
I don't know. Using my hands, using my body.
What was the
Yeah,
thing
what
you were
was your
saying
plan
before?
before?
Yeah.
Oh.
So the
if
deer-
it,
so the
wait,
deer
wait, wait, wait,
starts
wait, Let me
charging
explain.
at
Let me
you.
explain. Let me
Deer
explain.
starts charging at you.
Okay.
What's gonna happen?
I tuck and roll, trip the deer, get on top of the deer, either sit on its
This
sit
is
on
not
its
the
neck,
plan that we had
or
before.
I just grab its antlers and then just shake it violently.
You baby syndrome.
I think you could also.
Getting money from it?
I think
What are you trying to do?
Yeah.
Shake it
I mean,
violently.
just crank that thing.
Oh my God. No.
So, or you could throw it into a rear naked choke, and then it's really fucked.
Yeah, so this goes into...
Worst
I'd
take
get a
of
few
all
shots in, but I would lose.
Yeah, this is green
No,
tier.
I win that.
Everyone
No.
but James is in the green
I
tier.
win against the deer.
The thing
Zebra-
impales you as soon as you roll.
No,
So,
it
no,
just
no, it
Puts its
doesn't.
head down and you're dead.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
He plays Dark Souls. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I know how to do a roll.
Apparently.
Roll into a heavy attack.
All right, zebra.
No, we're gonna
I lose.
See, that's what? That does not make sense to me.
Guys, a zebra is just a fucking horse. You get killed by a horse.
Okay.
Or it's a zebra.
But I'm
without
using the rear naked chokehold that you just used
Yeah,
on the deer.
I roll out of the way and I hop
can't.
on it like a cowboy and then I strangle it. to
Look
death.
up how tall a zebra is.
The only difference between the
5
zebra and the deer
Is
it
weight
weighs a
and then
lot.
antlers.
Yeah.
and that they don't have antlers.
See, you guys.
It
you
weighs
guys only
800 more pounds.
Yeah.
Is it really?
That's a lot.
Ooh, that's a pretty big
Yeah.
animal.
So
As I
zebras
said,
get a few
50.
shots in.
50-50.
Are you fucking?
If you're able to get
you
it in the
are
rear naked.
R-worded.
No.
If you don't
It's in
think
green.
You are R-worded.
It's in green.
if you don't think that you can beat a fucking deer, and you think that you
Yeah.
might have a chance to beat a zebra, you are.
My
what-
thing-
what-
my
what is
thing-
this,
It's a
Minecraft?
900. It's a 900-pound animal. How are you
don't
gonna
have a
kill a
sword,
900-pound
My
animal?
my thing with the zebra is
You don't
this,
have a
it
thing
doesn't-
with the zebra.
It
You
doesn't.
don't have-
It doesn't
you
have
don't
antlers.
points, though.
Bestiality.
That's just
Fuck
it's
the
in
antlers.
green. It's definitely green.
all right. So why is the deer in 50-50?
Because it
All
is
right.
150 pounds.
I just didn't see the move.
We'll put it here until
it's staying
now.
there, bro.
until we really want to make him mad and we'll drop it.
Yeah. All right. Mouse should be a red.
This
Yep.
is
Should paint the walls with that guy. What is
This
that?
is
An
going-
iguana?
What are you putting in
Iguana.
front of here?
Put the crawfish first.
yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
think
smaller.
crawfish might stay there
Nah,
too.
but he pinch you.
Yeah. Mouse
But-
is.
I guess.
Are
He's
you
a little
kidding?
scurry.
mice
guy.
can beat or bite.
They're not
Yeah.
gonna
They
do.
can
You
beat
go
ya.
like
Yeah.
you go like this, like a fucking stress ball, and it's done. You can't do that to a lobster.
We forget that he's
Well,
got
it's not a
superhuman
lobster.
strength.
It's a crawfish.
It's a lobster.
A
It
crawfish
might be
is like
it's
a little.
It's a crawfish.
Same shit.
No,
Yeah.
No,
I
okay,
guess.
then a deer and a zebra are the same.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they're not.
Hey, there's a crawfish.
All right, moving on to this
fucking-
iguana thing. What is
yeah,
this?
an iguana, I think.
I'd say
Yeah, that's paint the walls.
that's probably a painter. Yeah. Is that a
They got a
squid?
real big intimidation factor.
Here's-
I'd be very scared of a fucking
But you're
little
gonna
lizard.
tuck
going-
and
You
roll
are
on a
going
charging
to
buck.
confidently whoop a buck's ass.
Yep.
I'm just saying. I'm
This
just
is
saying.
adding up.
They're a lot scarier than a fucking mouse.
That's true. I'll
Like-
give you that.
Um,
Here's my question with the squid: are we fighting it in water? Probably.
Yeah.
That's the only place it can like actually move.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can it
So
even
I guess
kill
it's a
you?
close one, but we win.
How
So-
big of a squid are we talking?
And how can you throw a punch in the water? Because
Well,
we're
you
not
just have
having.
to grab it.
you
and
you
fucking-
grab and squeeze.
Okay.
You grab and squeeze.
That's
That's
your
all
kill
you
method.
do.
But they got those sharp ass beaks.
Yeah, I think this is like 50-50.
I think because you're in the
They're
water.
quick.
50?
They're
You have
quick
to
and they'll
account for
ink
the.
you.
You have to account for the water.
Yeah, they'll blind
Guys, it's less than 15 pounds.
In
That
the water
squid.
though,
What?
dude. You
So
gotta be
what?
swimming.
You
They
know how
don't have
fast they are?
weapons, guys. They have
Neither
a beak.
do we.
We have a mouth and hands.
I'm not
Hands
biting
are
a squid.
crazy.
Yeah,
I'm not biting a squid. It can kill me.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna say that its mouth is a weapon, our mouth is a weapon.
All right,
Put
so
it there.
I
We
like
win.
it there. Close
If it's
one.
a giant squid,
Close
Bear.
it
one,
can be
but we
40
win.
feet
Just-
tall.
Yeah, the bear's probably getting torn to pieces.
Bears getting torn to pieces.
I
Hippos
just
torn to
barrel roll
pieces.
at it.
Hippo's also torn to pieces.
No.
I think sea turtle
We win.
is in the same category as the squid
Yeah.
because they're pretty quick.
Yeah.
They're quick.
And how are you gonna beat it? If you go to attack it, it's like gonna go in its shell.
It's-
So I don't know.
No, that's a sea turtle. They don't go in their shells.
Oh, they
like
can't?
like a normal one does.
Okay.
Tiger. Yeah.
Tiger ripped to shreds.
Yep. Wolf,
Wolf.
also ripped to shreds.
Wolf is interesting.
We could maybe. They're big though.
Okay. We get a few shots in. Then?
We can get a
Yeah.
few shots. They're not built to like go in for the kill.
They do attack in packs, so I guess
Yeah, if
we
it's
have
just a
that.
single wolf, you can maybe like fight. You can maybe try and fight
That
back.
might be a 50-50 almost.
No,
I think a
No,
parrot
'cause
or the
a
is that the
deer.
parrot, right?
You're gonna put it on the same level as a deer? They
No,
eat
I'm
deer.
gonna put the deer below that.
insane.
Oh my god.
No, you guys are just trolling me.
The parrot is definitely 50-50 though.
No, it's not,
Dude, a
You would-
parrot comes down.
What?
boom.
What
You're-
the,
Yeah,
what the
yeah.
fuck?
You paint the wall
No.
No.
That parrot.
with a parrot.
that thing's
parrot-
scary.
A parrot, you could destroy a parrot.
No, you
All
just
right.
you
Close
annihilate.
one then. I know I couldn't beat a parrot.
Yes, you
Yes,
could,
you could.
dude.
It's a parrot.
We're
I
just
don't know
gonna
about
put
that
it
You
one.
gotta
there
let
for
that
now.
Uh,
inner beast inside of you out.
Komodo dragon,
dragon.
torn to not even shreds. You're just
You're fine.
It's
evaporate.
Shredded
I
paper.
saw a video of a baby goat getting eaten whole by a Komodo dragon.
Yeah, they're scary animals for sure. What is that? A lion?
Yep.
Also in the shreds. I
Eagle.
think if
We
okay.
win against the eagle.
What?
Yeah.
Bro.
Bro, okay, parrots are not like they don't attack other animals, do they? They're
No.
herbivores.
No.
I don't know.
So the eagle at least has to go in 50-50.
And what if it just right in your
Yeah,
face with the beak.
it's dive bombing at you.
I know,
I
but
the
think-
talons grabs your scalp, rips your scalp off. Good luck.
guys, but listen, it's still just bird. If you at least get
James
a hold
could
of
beat
the thing.
literally every animal
James
on this
is
list.
a super.
Besides,
Besides Komodo
he's gonna
dragon.
fly
it's a
after it.
glass cannon.
James
Hey,
gonna
fuck
fucking
off.
chase it in the air.
Yeah.
Listen, these birds are glass cannons, guys.
Bro.
It's what they are.
I just like to say,
You grab a wing of a bird, they are fucked.
If you can grab the wing.
Okay.
It
and guess
stabs
what?
your eye out in one go. You're partially blind. It's gone in
Yeah,
time. Comes back
You
down.
get this
Fucks your
until
other
you get
eye.
it back.
I personally would get torn to shreds by an eagle
I-
because
yeah.
I'm patriotic and
I'm
I would
saying
not kill an
50-50.
eagle.
Oh, you're just
I'd
saying
let it
you
tear me
would
to shreds.
Let it. Okay.
God
I like
bless America.
50-50
I like
or
50-50.
higher.
God bless
Yeah.
our troops.
I like 50-50. I
Okay.
can.
Rhino should be.
Fucking rhino.
We're getting shredded.
No, just barrel roll at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rear naked.
You could just RKO its horn.
Fun fact: their horns are made of keratin, not bone. The bird is definitely going
Cool.
into blood.
Yeah, but
Panda,
what makes that bird different from the parrot?
that it's tiny
It's-
and it
Yeah.
doesn't
But
have
the-
a
but the-
massive beak.
The parrot is the exact same.
No, it's
No.
way bigger.
Yeah, oh, I know.
And
but
it has an
it's-
actual beak.
It's still a bird that you can grasp. and
Plus, its
fucking
colors
throw.
are gonna like hypnotize you.
Oh, shut the fuck
It's
up.
bigger.
All right,
so I'll give
panda.
it that.
It's better.
Panda.
Panda's probably like the 50-50. Aren't they supposed to be
No,
really
they are
dangerous?
not. They're not
They
50.
have really strong claws.
Yeah, I thought they were
I'm
really
putting them-
dangerous animals.
I mean,
actually,
I'll get
Yeah.
a few shots, but I'm fucked.
I think
Yeah.
they're really dangerous.
Guys, I think if a panda's running at you, you are fucked.
Oh,
I-
you
yeah,
want
but I'll
lower?
get one
okay.
uppercut.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I like
they-
it where
I
it
like
is.
them
Look at
lower.
how much a
you-
panda weighs.
Okay, but you'd get
No,
a couple
it's
shots.
You
bigger.
could you
No.
could definitely
Yeah.
hit it.
Guys, it's a bear.
Dude,
You could
look at the.
definitely hit it.
I'd get a few
How mu- how
shots
much is
in,
a panda?
But
You
I
don't-
but I
lose.
would lose.
Yeah,
You
I like
don't.
it there.
You don't.
You're
get in a
telling me
few
you
shots.
couldn't punch a panda?
You're telling me it's instant death when it hits you on the spot?
Look
You're
up how
telling
much
me a
panda
panda's
weighs.
in the same
The weight
category
doesn't
as a
matter.
rhino?
No. Yeah.
I'm not saying anything about the range on the bottom. They'd all kill me.
A panda's 3 feet tall.
That's it.
Bro, are you fucking crazy?
Look right there. It says a giant
when
panda
it's-
is 2 to 3 feet.
When it's
That's
on
actually pretty
its
small. I thought
fucking
it was way
legs.
bigger than
No, when it's on its 4 legs.
I like it in the
Okay, if you
few
stretch
shots.
it out, it's 5 feet on average.
Why are you in
Okay.
kinesiology? You should be like a zoologist.
Yeah, no shit.
280. A bear. Do pandas
What
have
are you
claws?
What are you arguing
Yes.
right now?
You made it sound.
That
You
I
think
don't
it
get
should
a
be
few
with
in.
rhino and lion?
I don't get a few in against. a
I'm
panda.
getting a fucking couple in.
Yeah.
You're at least gonna get a right hook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's good in these.
Your
I know
complex
James
is
is
So you can
apparently.
messed
barrel
up.
roll under a
who's the
deer,
guy-
but you can't punch a panda twice?
You sounded like a ninja against a deer.
I would fuck up a deer, dude.
Who's the guy that was like known for like wrestling alligators?
Steve Irwin.
Crocodile
Is this Steve
Dundee.
Irwin? Who is this guy? You can fight every animal.
Well,
on
obviously
here,
not.
but the-
Steve Irwin could take out a panda.
True, I
I'm
guess.
not a real big fan of all these criticisms that you guys are throwing my way.
James.
Solely because you guys don't know the true capabilities of yourselves.
It's not adding up.
Ferret,
Yeah, we're saying we can take a panda.
I throw it around.
Yeah,
and
that's
swing it over my head
ferrets
like
in
a
the
last
red.
one.
Paint the walls.
Okay,
Ooh.
that I think.
Ape?
That's a gorilla.
Orangutan paints the no, not paints the walls. I get torn to shreds by an orangutan.
I think orangutan's probably below the gorilla, or no?
We're not
Yeah.
going order right now.
Okay.
I don't think we should do it.
What the hell is
Another
that?
deer.
No, what the fuck?
We fuck up.
Is that
the
an
deer.
alpaca?
Is that
It's a
an
deer.
antelope?
I think it's a deer.
Click on
I
it.
think
Does it
it's
like
a deer.
enlarge?
No.
No.
So we would paint the walls with this headless creature.
Yeah, it doesn't have any eyes or.
Yep. Paint the walls.
Paint the
You don't
walls
know what
just
it is.
by default.
just
It's
because
a
we don't.
deer.
It's missing half its head, so
Yeah,
I think
we'd win.
We have a full head. They have a half a head.
Yep.
We win that. Shark, we're getting ripped to shreds. You kidding
Yep.
me? You can't fight a shark.
Elephant ripped shreds.
Ripped to
Definitely
shreds.
ripped.
Now,
Oh.
Now, what kind of snake?
So it's probably gonna fall in the green here, because like we're
No.
gonna fight it, and then it's gonna like
No.
we're winning, and then it'll just like slowly suffocate you,
It would tear me to shreds
Well,
because I'd
we-
be terrified
what
and
kind
just
of
freeze.
snake?
like a real bad snake.
That-
That's the only snake on
The bad kind.
there. Yeah.
The not good one.
Yeah, a
Angry
fully
one?
capable
I
killer.
just don't know what kind of damage you could do to a snake.
The only thing you
Like,
could do
you
is like grab it by its head.
And like
No,
whip
you
it on the
could
ground.
Whip the fucking thing on
Yeah.
the ground. But that's why
It
you
also
know
depends
what
on
kind
how
of
big
snake.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that
I
could
think
be like
like an
150 pound
anaconda.
snake. Yeah, you can't
Uh,
do that.
No.
An anaconda.
Dude, you
Jump
get
on its head a
It's-
couple
it's
times?
head-
If that's
is
the
the
only
size of
snake
ours.
on there, then it's the biggest, baddest snake.
I think it
Okay.
goes in torn. It's at least we lose.
Yeah.
I get a shot off.
You guys are treating
Yeah,
this
I like
buck
it
like
right
it's
there.
an elk.
I like it right there.
All right, drop the buck. We have a
Starfish.
starfish.
Definitely in the red.
Gator.
Probably in the.
I
I like a
might
few
get a
shots.
few shots in on it, but
I believe in myself. Few
I don't know.
shots.
They're pretty
killing
fast though,
machines.
aren't they?
Yeah, they can run up to 25
Yeah, you just let it come to you, and as soon as it comes at you, you like
Kilometers per
Superman over it.
miles, bro.
Get behind it.
Yeah.
It's just
I-
messing with you.
I don't like our chances at all, but I think it's like a wolf, right?
How fast do you think
Yeah.
you can turn?
Like I don't.
Yeah.
I don't like our chances against the wolf at all.
No.
But I think we could kick it.
Yeah, that's why I'd get a few shots
And-
in,
yeah,
but
you
I would live.
That's what I'm saying.
So
I kinda
put it
think
in
it's on the
green.
same
Put it in
category
It
as.
can't climb a tree.
It's true.
Throw
Jump
some
on
shit
it.
down. Yeah.
Yep.
Boom.
Yeah. So put it in the green. There's the horse. Apparently that's gonna go right with the zebra. Those are the
Yeah,
same
I
animal
agree
according
with
to
Yeah, we
the
get
name.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Cheetah.
Cheetah gonna rip us to shreds.
No.
What?
Okay.
I'd say 50-50.
No. See,
Are you trolling?
What do you
All this?
say?
here's the thing with the cheetah.
Here's the
They
thing.
are incredibly light.
Here's the thing.
They're
He's gonna
incredibly
pick it
light.
up, throw it.
They're not
Grab it by the
built
tail.
like lions where like they just tear you to shreds. They use their speed and they're incredibly light. Don't get me wrong, I probably fucking lose.
They weigh 150
Probably.
pounds.
Yeah, I lose. Don't get me
Dude,
wrong.
this is above the deer then. Are you fucking kidding me?
What do you mean?
Or below the deer?
Yeah, it's
No,
below the deer.
It's
I'm,
with
I'm
wolf
dying.
for sure. Yeah.
All right.
But it's not a fucking tiger.
Nemo's
Yeah.
dead.
Nemo's gone. Kitten definitely gone.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's
Cat
not the
would
one that
fuck me up, bro. Cat's scary.
Octopus?
Octopus,
you tear it to
Those
shreds.
are scary.
That's a green for me.
You
Bro.
lose to an octopus.
Do you know how big those things are?
We're not talking about a kraken. We're talking about something that weighs less than 10 pounds.
I think it's a 50-50.
No.
What, how do you know the weight of every single animal
Yeah,
on this list?
that's a real life
I like animals.
big ass. It doesn't matter how heavy they are if you're in the
No.
water.
No, you fuck up an octopus, dude. I'm telling you.
I don't-
I
The
know where
large
Nick and
ones are
James
18
both stand.
feet. That's large.
They're big animals, man.
You're big.
Not that
18
big.
feet?
How strong are they, I wonder?
They're
Can
not.
they,
Pretty
just-
strong. And they've got the suction cups too.
Yeah. If they get a hold of you, you're I
You're
don't know,
not
you're
toast. They don't have any weapons. They can't like
Yeah, no,
strangle you.
I
They
agree.
can-
I
they
think
can
it's
easily-
I think it's
They'll drown you.
50-50.
Okay,
They'll drown
50
you, though.
I think it's 50-50.
No, bro.
50.
Then where is it?
I think just like a normal octopus like that, you just pull it apart like fucking ribs.
I say it has to be above the fucking squid, because the squid's the same thing but smaller.
And
I think it's
the colossal
50-50.
squid is a
I
lot
agree.
bigger than the
Put it
biggest
in
octopus, but-
50-50.
No, guys,
Or
you guys beat
more
the
dangerous than the
fucking-
squid, so below. Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
What is
Crab.
Crazy.
Paint the walls.
Yeah, it depends on the size of it, I guess. But yeah, paint it.
Puppy.
Puppy, paint. As much as I don't
It
want
would
to.
tear me to
Dog.
shreds because I
Yeah.
couldn't hurt it.
Yeah, I could never hurt
just
a
say
golden
dog?
retriever.
I'd like to say
Rottweilers. Yeah, we're going dog. Put
Like-
it with orange.
Close one, but you could probably beat it.
dog.
Yeah.
With a Rottweiler?
Oh, Rottweiler is
That's next to a wolf, dude.
I like my chances against a
I would
Rottweiler
say
more than a deer.
50-50.
If it's a Rottweiler, we'll go 50s.
I'm not fucking with a wolf. I'd fuck with a Rottweiler.
This is
If I saw a
so
wolf in the wild,
disrespectful to deer.
Guys, do
yeah,
you
I don't
like,
know what the hell the deer is.
Look up average weight of a Rottweiler.
Why
is
basing
weight like
everything on the size?
Yeah, the
of,
weight is like
how much they
90.
weigh.
The weight
99%
is incredibly important. That's why you can fuck up an eagle.
No,
Yes, bro.
no.
You were losing
how
every
much?
other one of
James
its
can
strengths.
fly, so
Yeah,
We
James
gotta
weighs 300
take that
pounds.
into account.
120 pounds
So,
is like as big as they get. Allegedly.
120 with a mouth that opens up the size of this. That I don't know if I'm winning against that. Like,
but there's
that's
so
fucking-
many people that like
It's 50-50.
get attacked by
Yeah.
them. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, because other people.
50-50.
Other people step in.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
Other
that's
people
what I'm
step in.
saying.
Yeah.
So if you don't
Like,
get
they're
help,
not winning that fight when they step in, though.
if you don't
No.
get help, you're toast.
But how is it killing you exactly? I
With
feel like
both
If
mouth.
it just like gnaws at
Tearing
you,
you
like you don't
apart.
have any.
it would
help
have
left.
to like continuously keep biting you. Just let it bite your arm, deal with a little bit of pain, and clock it in the face.
No, listen. When a dog.
That
puts
thing's
a
got
hold
a-
of your
it's
arm-
not.
That thing's got a chin the size of Massachusetts, right? Like,
Alex, look.
So
at
you
me.
guys
to
are saying
take
it
a
should
hit.
be with cheetah.
no, I like it in 50-50. James wants it in red.
No.
James
what the
wants it in
fuck are you
blue.
Talking about? So,
I think that considering it's a lab puppy, it's
a lab
Well,
puppy.
how did-
Lab puppies in
We're
red, but we
talking
doing
about
how,
dog.
how did deer get so high?
because you
Alex
fuck
is
up a
sneaking
deer.
him up the board. Put him down there.
Put him in orange.
That's
Who,
what
the
I
dog?
had it
No,
at.
not the deer.
The puppy?
The puppy. It's a
No.
puppy. The
No, we're
picture's
talking-
a puppy.
We're talking dogs. Rottweiler.
So it's a Rottweiler.
Yes.
If we can
Why
agree
don't
on
we-
Rottweiler,
Why don't we
it's
just
50-50.
do an adult lab like that?
Yes, that's
Well,
That's not.
it's
a Rottweiler.
orange.
Okay.
It's orange. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We got peacock. I think these are more dangerous than people think they are.
I
no,
agree.
you fuck up a kid. You just kick it.
It's a bird. All birds are fucked apparently.
They
I
are all
guess.
fucked unless it's an emu or an ostrich.
James is fucking dive bombing on them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
put
paint-
it-
I like
guess
it.
put
I
in
like
there.
it there.
Guys,
Yeah.
you paint the walls with a fucking bird that size.
A lamb, a sheep,
Ooh.
probably
the
No,
red.
you win.
I don't
you?
think they are
You
like
win
capable of being angry, so I think they go in red.
No, guys.
What the?
Guys.
How much does it weigh?
Hey, but you can't put a sheep over a fucking parrot.
I agree with James there.
That's true.
Yeah,
It should be down one probably, just because parrot's also down.
Just because they got some weight
Why
on
the
But it doesn't
fuck
have
are there
any-
so many options. Look at our space.
I
Yeah,
know.
we need to get moving. Swan, paint walls.
Yeah,
Owl-
I would.
Listen, if you're gonna put a
Oh, okay.
no
What?
owl,
What's
owls
wrong with
just
swan?
I like swan.
swan is the
closer.
same as a fucking peacock, dude.
Yeah, I think swan should be lower.
Okay. I'm
No,
fine with that.
no, a peacock should be higher.
Oh my god. Owl's
guys
definitely
don't-
not in
you
the
guys
red
don't
though.
see
I am to the point I don't really care.
Owl's definitely not in the red. Yeah. Was that
Blue
a
whale.
Yeah, I get torn
you
to
have
shreds.
No way of beating
It's
it.
just eating you.
Seal, 50-50.
Leopard seals are.
Leopard
mean.
seals would fuck you up. It depends
Then put
because
it in
they
blue.
Green.
they are.
I get a few shots.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Mallard
but
duck
dude,
definitely in the red.
Yep. Paint walls.
Cow probably in the green.
Yep. Dolphin. I think
Dolphin?
you're.
Probably the shreds. Honestly.
You're pretty fucked.
Yeah,
How
I like
fast
that.
is it?
They don't have any crazy weapons, but
Smart
I
little
mean,
mofos.
they
They're
fuck you up.
slippery.
Goat. I think goat's really interesting.
Ooh, let's hear it.
I think after the initial charge of a goat,
And an attitude
you
adjustment.
fuck it up.
Yeah.
I think you fuck up a goat.
Orange.
I can't put it next to a sheep, dude. I think it's 50-50 with a goat.
I don't mind that. I guess it's the same as a deer.
How much does a goat weigh?
Jesus, here we go with the weights again.
It doesn't matter.
Guys, weights aren't. Why do you think the UFC is separated by weight classes? It's incredibly
Because they
important.
got horns and antlers.
Yeah, they don't have weapons on their bodies, dude.
Who? Humans?
UFC fighters.
Hands, bro. It's all you need.
Okay, well, that's going to... If you have any gripes, put it in the comments. James is going to be flooding
There
the
will
comment
be.
section, I bet.
will be.
There certainly will be. But that's going to wrap up today's episode. Be sure to come back Wednesday for potential guests. I'm 99% sure Jon Williams will be joining us, but I need to double take on that. Otherwise...